How do you define neighbor?
Neighbor. Okay.
Jouer, neighbor.
Neighbor. Okay. Your neighbor is any person on this earth presently living with you. That's your neighbor. You see? Because if we look, we are here on this earth to worship God and to help people. You see? Now, who do I help? Only the people that believe the way I believe, or the people that share the same ethnicity, or is it my neighbor, the person who believes politically the same way I do? All things I can know. It can be any person on this earth that is your neighbor. I sincerely believe any person on this earth is your neighbor. Okay. Yeah. To consider somebody your neighbor, good enough, it mustn't just be because somewhere or other you heard it or so. It should be in a person, and you shouldn't love a person for any gain or do good to a neighbor with the expectancy of gaining in any way. No, it should come to that where you just freely, even if it can cost you your life, to help somebody, you know, your neighbor in need in any way, you see. And I would say it's that without seeking reward, loving people, just unconditionally.
Uncle Paul had spent 15 of his years of his life incarcerated in prison. 15 years now. Paul in total.
15 years.
Total, yeah. Paul actually had a death sentence.
1988, I received a death sentence, you see, plus 19 years for robbery.
For robbery, yeah.
I didn't know God, and so on, and I looked for money, and went and did some funny stuff. And somebody got killed there, you see, and I ended up there. I was 37 years old. I left my wife with 3 children and so on, and the eldest was 16, my son was 14, my baby daughter was 11. I ended up there. I was 16 months in the condemned cells, waiting to die there, you see.
What's down on it? Listen, dog.
Now I need you to hit me twice, sir. Hit me. I say hit me. Hit me 3 times. Pretend when you do it, but not. Give me 2 more. 1 more.
For me, a neighbor is a community thing. So, neighbor, I don't have neighbors. For me, I don't have neighbors because I grew up with those people. It's a community thing, and we live together. It's like, okay, let me say my father forgot to buy sugar, and we're out of sugar. I can just jump into the next one and ask them for sugar, and jump to the other and ask for something else. Neighbors, I don't have. I have a community that I grew up. We live together. So neighbor, I think it's a Western term for me because you want to separate yourself from the other person and say you're my neighbor because you draw the line. We don't have the line. We are a community. We don't have a neighbor. For me.
Oh, it's fantastic here. Fantastic. Oh, it's fantastic. I love it here. Love it here at the...
Something for you guys. I think this girl na lady already. I am a rare dog. Nigga, don't try me. I will do shit for you. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Create a beat for me. Call the policeman, tell you this guy. You must appear, man. Shit.
A neighbor is the family member you didn't have. Yes, is someone you can rely on. They're a friend by default. A neighbor to me is a friend by default, you know. Yeah, someone who'll always be there, and vice versa, you be there for them, just cause they're next door to your property. They own your property in some sort of way because they watch over it when I'm not there, you know. And even if you're speaking metaphorically, it's in the same way. If you're my neighbor, you're my friend, you know. You are important to me because I am important to you, and it's just something that is general. You needn't speak of it, you know. Yeah. And that's what a neighbor is to me, man. A friend by default.